then to define and have the ability to, and understand perspective, to define the horizon line, drop in the perspective, and then fix it, or basically clean it up towards the end. And so that's what this is. And I'm just working to establish atmospheric perspective. So I just know the basic physics, which is things that are further away from us are lower contrast than things that are near us. And I'm just working grayscale, not worrying about color. And I'm just trying to get depth, and I'm trying to get shapes, and I'm trying to get a little foreshortening. Even with just abstract shapes, I add a couple of figures right there for scale. And that's about it. And then the great thing about working with the Copic markers on Mylar or tracing paper is it's non-absorbent paper. And because it's non-absorbent, you can just go to a lighter marker and white it back out like I just did right there. Right? And then you get all these happy accents. And so it's infinitely, it's actually much more flexible than watercolor, because watercolor, certainly you can't just keep going black and wetting it out, then waiting for it to dry. This is like instant, because it's alcohol based. And so very, very quick way of working. So this is what I get when I collage those in Photoshop. I put them on different layer blending modes, like difference and exclusion and that sort of thing. And then I start to see different color palettes. And and this has been untouched, it's just the marker sketches that have been, collaged together. But I can see all sorts of things in there. We could be looking into, this could be some sort of abstract spherical apartment, right? And we're looking into somebody's kitchen window. And here's the figure right here, early morning light, sitting down, getting ready to have a cup of coffee. So see all those things in there, and then you just start to go in and sort of squint your eyes and start painting over the top, which is effectively drawing. So the first thing we always do when we scan an image, any abstract image, is we look for figures. It's just human nature to look for other people like us in any picture that we see. So when we look at abstract pieces like this, the first thing I'm going to do is scan for figures. And I can start to see, I can actually see a couple, but here's a nice group of standing figures right here, right? So there's the legs, and then there's the head and shoulders. So there's a nice group of standing figures. There's also a really nice cluster right here, maybe 3 figures. There's also a bigger one there. Right? So the one I chose was the guys in the middle. I chose those 3 to then start to clean up and paint over the top. And it's just a way to trick my brain to take me places that I wouldn't normally go. So again, more collage. Here's what it started with. That was marker collage, and I just put it on exclusion. So those are actually gray markers that have been just overlaid differently in Photoshop to give me this abstract color palette. And then I added a couple of traditional media sketched ships. And then this is the final paint over. So you see the final one went quite a bit from here, but if you look at these rock formations, look at my distant horizon, look at these rock shapes here and here. That's what I really like about this abstraction, and that's what I kept, even though I changed out the ships. But you see the rocks all stayed in the same place. All the way from the very beginning. There they were, right? Clean it up a little, define the horizon in the sky, clean over the top, and then you add the photographic textures and all that sort of thing, and that's more like matte painting techniques, and you're making it more real. Here's the abstract marker sketch. Here's the first cut of the paint over. And what I saw originally that drew me to this piece was this character right here, standing on a landing, overlooking a big sci-fi cityscape. So if you watch this building shape, this figure, and that building shape, you're going to see that they all stay pretty much the same from the original drawing, even though it went more photoreal at the end. And this is all still 2D.